Okay, this is the second chapter, biological classification. So those who not attended the classes, they should utilize the YouTube classes. That is a continuation. Okay, so the continuation process is going on. So in this biological classification in yesterday class, actually in this biological classification, all living things are categorized into 5 kingdoms. But what are the 5 kingdoms? Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, Animalia. So we already discussed about the first kingdom Monera, and also we discussed about the second kingdom Protista, and also we discussed about the third kingdom. Some part of the third kingdom completed in yesterday class. So what is the third kingdom? Fungi. This is the third kingdom and fungi. So this is the fungi. About the fungi group we discussed in yesterday class. So what are the characteristic features of fungi? All fungi are heterotrophs. They can't prepare their own food. They can depend on other organisms for their food. Okay, all are heterotrophs only. But in that some are parasites only. Some are saprophytes. Parasites means completely they can depend on host cell. Saprophytes means completely they can depend on decomposing of plant and animal wastes. So, and one more thing here you can remember in this fungi. Almost all fungi are multicellular. Means the fungi is made up of more than one cell. All are multicellular. But one organism that is unicellular. What is the example to the unicellular fungi? Yesterday class we discussed. Except one organism, remaining all are multicellular only. What is the exception? Yeast only, that is unicellular. Yeast is one type of fungi which is made up of only single cell. But remaining all are multicellular only. For example, penicillium, yesterday we discussed, that is multicellular. Okay. Almost all are multicellular only except the yeast. Okay, except the yeast. Remaining all are multicellular. And one more thing here you can remember, the fungi body is made up of small thread-like structures. The fungi is made up of small thread-like structures. The small thread-like structures are called hyphae. You should remember that small thread-like structures are called hyphae. The network of hyphae is called mycelium. Okay, this is also discussed about yesterday class. Okay, all fungi that are filamentous, long thread-like structures that are called hyphae. The network of hyphae is called mycelium. So what about the cell wall? If you see the cell wall of the fungi, the cell wall is made up of chitin. The cell wall is made up of chitin. This is one type of carbohydrate. Yesterday already we discussed it. And okay, so these are the some important characters we discussed in yesterday class. And also discussed total fungi group is divided into 4 groups now. What are the 4 groups? One is Phycomycetes. What is the first group now? One is Phycomycetes. Second group, Ascomycetes. Yesterday we discussed already. Main points are written on the board. First one is Phycomycetes. Second one is Ascomycetes. Third one, Basidiomycetes. Okay, Basidiomycetes. Last fourth group, Deuteromycetes. So these are the 4 groups which are included in the fungi. Okay, Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes, Deuteromycetes. About these two we discussed in yesterday class. Phycomycetes. What are the characters of the Phycomycetes? What is another name to the Phycomycetes? What is another name, Nani? What is another name to the Phycomycetes? Algal fungi. Algal fungi. What is another name to the Ascomycetes? Sac fungi. So, some examples already we discussed. Phycomycetes examples. Okay. Mucor, Rhizopus. Rhizopus means what? Bread mold. Mucor, Rhizopus means bread mold. Already we discussed in that 10th class sexual and reproduction lab activity also there. How you can observe Rhizobium. So, how you can observe Rhizopus. Okay. So, what are the required materials? What is the procedure you should follow in laboratory for observing Rhizopus, which is a bread mold? Best example of these Phycomycetes: Mucor, Rhizopus, and another example already I said Albugo, which is the fungi which is present on the leaves of mustard plants. And Ascomycetes examples also we discussed yesterday class. Aspergillus, Penicillium. Best example Penicillium. From the Penicillium we are Alexander Fleming. From the Penicillium fungi he prepared the antibiotic. The antibiotic name penicillin. Okay, with the help of the penicillin, so many soldiers are saved during the Second World War. So that is the invention of penicillin. The total credit goes to the scientist Alexander Fleming. From the fungi name Penicillium, he prepared one antibiotic medicine. The antibiotic name penicillin. Okay. So, Ascomycetes example we discussed. Now today class we have to discuss about these two remaining groups. Two groups are we discussing about these two we discussing. Phycomycetes characters examples we discussed. Ascomycetes characters and examples we discussed. Now today's class we have to discuss the remaining two groups which are present in the fungi kingdom which are present in fungi kingdom. Okay. So, third one Deuteromycetes. What are the characteristic features of Deuteromycetes? Especially in these Deuteromycetes, the organisms, especially some organisms present on the soil. But soil okay. I am discussing about Basidiomycetes. Okay, this is the group now. This is the third group. But what are the characteristic features of Basidiomycetes? These Basidiomycetes organisms, where they can live? Some are present on soil, some are present on logs. Logs means wooden particles, wood, some part of the wood. Logs, and some are present on tree stumps. Tree stumps. Stumps means the remaining part of the stem. Suppose if you cut the total branches, the total stem, if you cut, just only some part is remained. That is called stump. Total branches, everything you should cut down. Only some part of the stem only remained. That is very near to the ground. So that is the remaining part of a plant stem, which the main parts are removed. So the remaining part of a stem, that is called stump. So especially these Basidiomycetes organisms that can grow on the soil, on the logs, wooden logs, and tree stumps. On the tree stumps also they can grow. So these are the three places you should remember. And especially you can see some examples here they given. Best example here mushrooms. Mushrooms, best example mushrooms. In Telugu we called puttagodugulu. Mushrooms, best example. Mushrooms are included in this group, which are grows in the on the soil. Okay, mushrooms are the best example now. Mushrooms, and some more examples also are there. Mushrooms, brocket fungi, brocket fungi. Some new words will come, new terminology words you should remind. Mushrooms, brocket fungi, and puff balls. Puff balls. These are the three examples. So these are all included in this group only. Mushrooms are included, brocket fungi, and puff balls. These are all included in this group only. So these Basidiomycetes we can call with another name. This is called club fungi. This is also called club fungi. The another name to the Basidiomycetes, that is club fungi. Here what is another name? Algal fungi. What is another name? Sac fungi. Here what is another name to the Basidiomycetes? Club fungi. And club fungi under. Okay. Examples are గుర్తుంచుకోండి. Mushrooms, brocket fungi, puff balls. These are all examples to these Basidiomycetes. So with the Basidiomycetes group is also commonly called club fungi. Okay, they can grow in soil, they can grow on the logs, they can grow on the tree stumps. Okay, that is the location, that is the habitat. Okay, and another name, examples you should remember. Next, then after, what about the reproduction process? Reproduction, what about the sexual reproduction and what about the sexual reproduction? So, reproduction process compulsory you should mention here. So, here, the asexual method of reproduction, the sexual spots are absent. But the vegetative reproduction is going on. Vegetative reproduction is carried out with the help of fragmentation. Already you know that what is fragmentation. What is fragmentation? Asexual spots are absent, but here the asexual reproduction process is going. Asexual spots are absent, but vegetative reproduction is going on with the help of the process fragmentation. Already we discussed in 10th class 6th lesson. Reproduction. Asexual method of reproduction: budding, fission, fragmentation, parthenogenesis, parthenocarpy, regeneration. But what is fragmentation? In this fragmentation, the organism is divided into breakups into several fragments. Fragmentation means mukkal kaavali. The organism which is able to break up into some fragments, each fragment able to give new fungi. మొత్తం ఒక్కొక్క ఆర్గానిజం ముక్కలైపోతుంది, ఒక్కొక్క ముక్క ఒక న్యూ ఫంగిని ప్రొడ్యూస్ చేస్తుంది. దట్ ఈస్ ద ఫ్రాగ్మెంటేషన్. దిస్ ఈస్ వన్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ వెజిటేటివ్ ప్రాపగేషన్. దిస్ ఈస్ వన్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ వెజిటేటివ్ రిప్రొడక్షన్, శాఖీయ ప్రత్యుత్పత్తి. ఓకే, సో దట్ ఈస్ ద ఫ్రాగ్మెంటేషన్ ప్రాసెస్. This is the asexual method of reproduction. This is also called vegetative reproduction. But what about sexual reproduction? There is no sexual organs in these Basidiomycetes, but some process is going on here. Plasmogamy process is going on with the help of plasmogamy. The plasmogamy process is going on between the two vegetative cells. What is the plasmogamy? Means a fusion of cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is there, no? Fusion of cytoplasm, that is called plasmogamy. So the plasmogamy is carried out with the help. The plasmogamy is carried out between the two vegetative cells, and finally they can produce a special mycelium. The mycelium able to give the basidium, the special structure, basidia. Okay, finally the special structure will form, that is basidia. This basidia is present in a fruiting body, that is called basidiocarp. Okay, that is called basidiocarp. And here basidiospores also there. Okay, you can remember here basidiospores. The basidiospores are found. These basidia are present in a fruiting body, that is called basidiocarp. Here that word here you can remain compulsory. Okay. Asexual reproduction is carried out with the help of fragmentation, but here there is no special sexual organs. But here the plasmogamy process is going on. between the two vegetative cells because of the plasmogamy. Finally, what we get? A special structure, that is basidia. This basidia is arranged in a special fruiting body that is called basidiocarp. The basidiospores are also produced in this. So, finally, examples you should remain. Okay, mushrooms, example. But what is the scientific name of the mushroom? Mushroom means here agaricus. Agaricus. Examples: agaricus means mushrooms. In bracket you should write mushrooms. Agaricus means mushrooms. This is our example. First example. Next, second one. Already before only said that these basidiomycetes organisms that may cause different type of the diseases in plants. Plant may if you because of these basidiomycetes, plants can affect with different type of the diseases. These are all pathogens. Mushrooms, agaricus. Some mushrooms are very useful. Edible mushrooms are there, which is very rich in proteins. Mushrooms are the best example. Agaricus means mushrooms. And second example, Eustylago. Eustylago. Okay, Eustylago. This is commonly called smut disease. Smut disease, man. This is commonly called smut disease. And what is smut disease? Smut means you can see clearly the black color powdery-like substance will present on the surface of the leaf, will present on the surface of the stem. In Telugu we call Kaatuka Telugu. The black color powder-like substance will form on the surface of the leaf, on the surface of the stem. So that is the smut disease, Eustylago. Because of the Eustylago fungi, what is the disease in plants? Smut disease. Okay, smut disease that is caused by the fungi. What is the fungi name? Eustylago. Okay, Eustylago. Because of the Eustylago fungi, what is the disease? Smut disease in plants. But what are the symptoms of the disease? The black color powdery-like substance will form on the surface of the leaf and also surface of the stem. Okay, that is a smut disease. And another example, Puccinia. Puccinia. This is caused rust disease. Rust disease in wheat, especially rust disease. Rust disease in wheat. Rust disease in wheat. Okay. Rust disease. Okay. Puccinia. And another example, here what we said here, bracket fungi. The scientific name is Polyporus bracket fungi. Polyporus bracket fungi. Polyporus. Yeah, okay. For example, you remember agaricus means mushrooms. Okay. This is one type of fungi. This is belongs to Basidiomycetes. Next, Eustylago, which is caused the smut disease. Puccinia, which is caused rust disease, especially in wheat, and Polyporus, which is commonly called bracket fungi. Okay, so these are the characters of the third group, Basidiomycetes. The Basidiomycetes, okay, characters. Okay, these are the common characteristic features of the Basidiomycetes group. Okay, mushrooms, Puttagodulu, bracket fungi, puffballs. These examples you should remain. And especially these organisms, the Basidiomycetes organisms, some are present on the soil, some are present on the logs, some are present on the tree stumps, and some are pathogens, parasites. Some may cause different type of the diseases in plants. కొన్ని పరాన్నజీవులుగా ఉండి మొక్కలో వ్యాధులను కలిగిస్తాయి. పరాన్నజీవులు ఇవన్నీ కూడా పరాన్నజీవులు. This can cause different type of the diseases in plants. Okay. So, what about the asexual reproduction here? అలైంగిక ప్రత్యుత్పత్తి అనేది వీటి ద్వారా జరుగుతుంది. ఫ్రాగ్మెంటేషన్ ద్వారా అలైంగిక ప్రత్యుత్పత్తి జరుగుతుంది. But what about the sexual reproduction? There is no special sexual organs. But here, the plasmogamy is carried out. Plasmogamy means the cytoplasm of the both cells, that is fusion. The fusion of cytoplasm. కణద్రవ్యం ఒక సెల్లో ఉండే కణద్రవ్యం ఇంకో సెల్తో మొత్తం కంబైన్ అవుతుంది. That is plasmogamy. With the plasmogamy is going on between the two vegetative cells that can produce the finally what? Basidia. Okay. The basidia is arranged in a fruiting body, that is basidiocarp. Basidiomycetes is not basidia మీరు గుర్తుంచుకోవాలి. Okay. Basidiospores also there here. Basidiospores are sexual gametes. Basidiospores. Okay, examples commonly agaricus, mushrooms, Eustilago, which can cause smut disease. Smut disease. Okay. Kaatuka tegulu antaru. Smut disease. Vaccinia, Rastro disease. Kunkuma tegulu. Dini kaatuka tegulu antaru. Dini kunkuma tegulu antaru. Okay. Disease means in Telugu tegulu. Kaatuka kamala tegulu antaru. Okay. So this is about the third group, Basidiomycetes. The fourth group of the fungi kingdom, Deuteromycetes. Deuteromycetes. Very simple Deuteromycetes. Okay. So these Deuteromycetes, these are commonly called imperfect fungi. Common name, another name is imperfect fungi. Imperfect fungi. Imperfect fungi. This is commonly called imperfect fungi. Perfect fungi can class. Why? Because in these fungi, just you came to know only asexual or vegetative stages are only we came to know. Because about these fungi, we came to know only asexual or vegetative phases only we came to know. అంతకన్నా డీటెయిల్గా దేని గురించి ఏం తెలియదు. Just we came to know only asexual phases and vegetative phases only we came to know about this fungi. So that's why this is called imperfect fungi. And what is the habitat of this fungi? In this fungi, some are parasites, some are saprophytes, some are decomposers on litter. Litter means rubbish, garbage. Some can decompose litter. Litter మొత్తాన్ని డికంపోజ్ చేస్తాయి. చెత్త అయితే గార్బేజ్ అయితే ఉంటుందో దాన్ని మొత్తం డికంపోజ్ చేస్తాయి. అండ్ దీస్ fungi is very useful in mineral cycling. The important minerals are recycled. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, that are minerals. These fungi is very useful for mineral recycling. But because these fungi that can decompose the litter. By decomposing the litter, what is decomposition? Decomposition means the larger particles are converted into smaller particles. That is decomposition. Especially these fungi decompose the litter means garbage. So by this process they can recycle the minerals. They can add important minerals to the soil. Okay. And one more thing here you can remember, this is called imperfect fungi. We came to know only asexual or vegetative methods of these fungi only we know. That's why this is called imperfect fungi. What are the examples? Examples here you can remember. Two examples only there. One is Alternaria. 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 This is what is the disease caused by this Alternaria? The disease name is late blight. Late blight అంటే క్రాప్ మొత్తం ఎండిపోతుంది. ఎండు తెగులు. తెగులు చెప్పాలంటే ఎండు తెగులు. Alternaria. Late blight. Late blight disease. Late blight disease. Late blight disease. Okay, Alternaria. Deuteromycetes example ఏంటిది? Alternaria, which can cause a disease, late blight disease. ఎండు తెగులు క్రాప్ మొత్తం ఎండిపోతుంది. ప్యాడీ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్. Alternaria and Colletotrichum. 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 This is a type of fungi which belongs to Deuteromycetes. Colletotrichum. This Colletotrichum may cause disease in sugarcane, red rot disease, errapundu tegulu. Total stem of the sugarcane which is decomposed and converted into red color. sugarcane means చెరుకు. Red rot disease in sugarcane, చెరకులో ఎర్రకుళ్ళు తెగులు. Total stem of the sugarcane which is converted into red color and completely that is decomposed. Foul smell also will come. So that is red rot disease in sugarcane. Red rot disease. Red rot. Rot means rotten. Red rot disease. Red rot disease in sugarcane. Rot. Rot means rotten, decomposed, fully poured. Okay. Red rot disease. Red rot disease in sugarcane. Example: Coledotrichum. Examples compulsory should remain by heart. Okay, na? So many examples, so many new terminology words are coming. So just compulsory should remain. Okay. Okay. So this is the fourth group, Deuteromycetes, which are called imperfect fungi. We came to know only asexual or vegetative phases of this fungi are known. In these fungi groups, some are parasites, some are saprophytes. Okay. Parasites means paranajivulu. Saprophytes means putikaharu. Saprophytes which can depend on decomposing of the waste materials, dead bodies of the plants and animals. Okay. Parasites means paranajivulu, which can depend on other host tissue or host cell. అతిథేయ కణం పైన డిపెండ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకే. And some are decomposers which can decompose the litter, which are very useful for mineral recycling. Examples: Alternaria, which is red bed disease, Coledotrichum, which cause red rot disease. So this is about the fungi kingdom. Okay, 3 kingdoms completed now. Monera kingdom completed, Protista kingdom completed, fungi kingdom completed. The next fourth kingdom, Plantae. Okay, very small only there. But about Plantae we have separate chapter there. That is the fourth chapter. About Plantae we have okay. Noted the main points. While writing the board only we should note down. Okay. So next fourth one, Plantae. Plantae. Plantae kingdom now. This is the fourth kingdom. Okay. So one more thing, while listening the YouTube classes, you should note down the main points. Should prepare before what I said. Like assignment you should prepare. Okay. While listening you should note down the main points. While teaching the headings, and you should prepare the matter. Okay. So 3 kingdoms completed. Next fourth kingdom now, that is the Plantae kingdom. All plants included in this Plantae kingdom now. All plants included in Plantae kingdom. What are the characteristic features of Plantae kingdom? In this Plantae kingdom, all plants are included, but here all plants are eukaryotic, means they have membrane bound nucleus. All plants are what? Eukaryotic. Write down. Eukaryotic. Eukaryotic means what? They are having membrane bound nucleus. Eukaryotic. Eukaryotic means they are having membrane bound nucleus. But if you see in bacteria, all are what? Prokaryotes. There is no membrane bound nucleus. The genetic material is naked. Okay. Eukaryotes. In Telugu we call నిజకేంద్రక జీవులు. నిజకేంద్రక జీవులు. కేంద్రకం ఉంటుంది ఇందులో. Okay. Eukaryotic. And eukaryotic means నిజకేంద్రక జీవులు. కణంలో కేంద్రకం ఉంటుంది. Okay. Eukaryotic. And all are multicellular. Multicellular. All are multicellular means more than one cell. ఒకటి లేదా ఒకటి కంటే ఎక్కువ కణాలతో నిర్మితమై ఉంటాయి. All are multicellular only. Here you can see tissues, organs. Tissues will form. What is the tissue? The group of cells are tissues. The group of cells which are in similar structure and perform same function, the group of cells are called tissues. But here all are multicellular, all are more than one cell. Multicellular organisms. Okay, multicellular, bahukali nirmitalu. Okay, multicellular, bahukali nirmitalu. And all plants are photosynthetic. Okay, photosynthetic means they can perform photosynthesis. And what is the photosynthesis? The green plants which contain chlorophyll in the presence of sunlight, they can absorb carbon dioxide, they can absorb water from the soil, they can prepare their own food. So the process is called photosynthesis. All are photosynthetic, all are autotrophs only. Anni swayam poshakalu. All are autotrophs. All are autotrophs. All plants are autotrophs. Okay. Okay. All are autotrophs only. Already you know what are the differences between autotrophs and heterotrophs. Plants are autotrophs, animals are heterotrophs. Okay. Swayam poshitalu, paraposhitalu. Plants are also swayam poshitalu. Okay. Heterotrophs only. But here in some plants, some are heterotrophs. Some plants can depend on other organisms. For example, the best example, some are insectivorous plants. Some plants will eat the insects. Some are insectivorous. Some plants will eat the insects. Insectivorous. What are the insectivorous plants? Example: Nepenthes, Bryonia, Drosera, Utricularia. Okay. These are we call bladderwort, Venus flytrap. Okay. Insectivorous plants: Nepenthes, Bryonia, Drosera, Utricularia. These are all insectivorous plants only. By trapping the insects only, the plants will grow. The plants which are growing in the nitrogen deficiency areas, by trapping the insects, the plants will grow. So they can catch the insects. So that are called insectivorous plants. Kitakahara mokkalu. Okay, in Telugu. Insectivorous plants. And some are parasitic plants also there. Some plants will depend on other plants. Best example in 10th class, which you have learnt about Cuscuta. Cuscuta is a parasitic plant. Cuscuta. Best example, Cuscuta. Okay, daughter plant, Cuscuta, which is a parasitic plant. The plant, this is a plant only, but because of the lack of chlorophyll, there is no chlorophyll in Cuscuta plant. So for that, this plant will depend on other organism. This plant develop a special root-like structure, Astoria. With the help of Astoria, it can absorb water from host plant xylem. It can absorb food from host plant phloem. So that is the Cuscuta plant, which is a parasitic plant. Okay. First, 10th class first lesson. Already discussed about Cuscuta plant. Okay. Cuscuta plant example. Okay. But here, especially the main character of the plant kingdom, all plants having cell wall. This is the best important character, cell wall. All plants having cell wall. Cell wall was present only in plant cell, absent in animal cell. What is the outer boundary of plant cell? Cell wall. And what is the outer boundary of animal cell? What is the outer boundary of animal cell? Cell membrane. Cell membrane is also called what? Plasma membrane. But if you see all plants, they are having cell wall. Cell wall is the important character of plant cell. Plant cell compulsory cell wall is there. Chloroplasts are there. Chloroplasts which are absent in animal cell. Okay. Okay. So cell wall is there. So cell wall is made up of one type of a carbohydrate, that is cellulose. Cell wall is made up of cellulose. Cell wall is made up of cellulose, which is one type of carbohydrate. So here, this plant kingdom includes some groups now. And what are the groups are there in plant? the plant group included some groups run. One is algae. Next groups here. One is algae. Second one bryophytes and pteridophytes, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and angiosperms. Okay, gymnosperms, angiosperms. See here, algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms. Okay, these are the 5 groups included in plant kingdom. About these 5 groups we are going to learn in 4th chapter, that is completely about plant kingdom. Detailed information you may learn about, detailed information about what are the characters of algae, what are the examples, what are the characters of the bryophytes, what are the examples, everything you have to discuss in 4th chapter, that is completely plant kingdom. But here just information only given in this 2nd chapter. So 4th chapter is completely plant kingdom, plant classification. There you have to learn detailedly. Okay. So here algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, angiosperms. So here algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes are here P silent header. Pteridophytes P silent header. These 3 are called These 3 are called non-flowering plants. These 3 are called non-flowering plants. Pushpinchani mokkal. Non-flowering plants. The remaining 2 are called flowering plants. Okay. Non-flowering plants, flowering plants. Non-flowering plants we call another name cryptogams. Okay. And another name to flowering plants, phanerogams. Okay, these 3 are non-flowering plants, cryptogams. These 2 are flowering plants, phanerogams. Pushpinchani mokkalu. Okay, here these 2 only flowering plants, pushpinchani mokkalu. Here angiosperms again divided into 2 monocots, dicots. Angiosperms again 2 monocots, ekadala bejalu, dvitala bejalu, monocots and dicots. Okay, monocots, dicots. Okay, ekadala bejalu, dvitala bejalu in Telugu. Okay, so this is about the plant kingdom. The last one kingdom and some important topics are there which we have to discuss in next class. Last kingdom is there. What is the 5th kingdom? Can you say anybody? What is the 5th kingdom? Animalia. Up to now we completed 4 kingdoms now. Up to plant kingdom completed. Next class we are going to discuss about the 5th kingdom, Animalia, and some important topics are there which we will discuss in next class. Okay.